Hey, how are you? Here we are at the end of 2025. Thank you all for being with me. And if you're new, many of you are, please just subscribe. That's free. All I ask. Okay, let's get right into it. Honestly, I even researched. I talked to people, I researched. There aren't many people that feel great right now, that feel like this was a super awesome holiday season. It's kind of So, that being said, let's take a look. Pick a piles, pick a deck. Every little thing you do is magic. These are all tarot. The joy of life, joie de vivre, and spirit song tarot. I'm going to pull 3 cards from each one. So see which deck you resonate about. And we're going to talk about what we honestly have to acknowledge that didn't feel great, or maybe it was good for you. Let's see. Let me know. Subscribe. Drop a comment. We're going to talk about what we honestly need to acknowledge, what we consciously need to release, and that one single thing, that quality that we can carry forward. All right? 1, 2, 3 for your reading. They'll be fairly quick. I never want to waste your time, and I will include timestamps, but you may want to watch all of it. Okay, guys, much love. Let's get into it. All right, and here we go. We're going to talk about, first of all, what we honestly need to acknowledge with group 1. Champion of Swords. This is much like the Knight of Swords. You're almost there as far as becoming the King of Swords, somebody who's very smart and wise and intelligent and cunning and cutting. Not that you're not that, but what you need to release is feeling stuck where you are, and really in your mind, you need to understand that you're almost at the pinnacle of what you're reaching. And what you really need to release is this negative self-talk, the thought of feeling like an imposter in some sense, feeling unbalanced, and feeling like you can't reach that goal. This is the final push as we go into the new year, the Gregorian calendar for us, and starting January, the Chinese in February, astrologically April. You still have time. Don't be so hard on yourself. Let's keep going. Okay, try to pick these up. So whatever's been pecking at you, own it, acknowledge it, and let's work on letting that go. Now, what do we have to consciously release? The world. You have to understand that things are changing around you, and it's not happening to you, it's happening for you. It's okay. It's time to turn the page. It's time to transform. I think some of you really felt the dark night of the soul through this holiday season, and I want you to consciously understand what those triggers are, what they were, because you're going to leave them behind now. And this is what you consciously have to release. Old patterns, old ways of thinking. Really take this one thing that we're going to pull a card on now that will help you really move forward in 2026. One quality, and it can't be fear. Some of you may have had some night visions, night terrors, not sleeping well. Work on that through mental meditation and therapy, whatever works for you, as well as physically taking care of yourself and working it out of your body, because this transformation is coming. You're wiser now. Your intuition, your third eye is open. Don't be afraid of it. Trust it. consciously acknowledge that you really do have the knowing. As I always say, when you know, you know. All right. Now we're going to look at the single quality of moving forward. The single quality of moving forward, if I'm not mistaken, that's Aquarius. If I am mistaken, I'll let you know. I didn't mean for that to happen. Let's just take this card right here. 9 of Cups. There you go. The number 44. I want you to remember that. That's a master number of being all the kings in tarot, being the emperor, being able to build things, nurture them, see them to their goals. If you feel like you can't reach those goals, you have. You're just not acknowledging it. I want you to also understand, as we approach the end of the year and the upcoming full moon, you are going to have a lot to celebrate. And what single quality you represent is your ability to be a prophet, to be a healer, to help people understand what this year of endings has been and how to go through 2026 as an adjustment year. You are here to offer this love, so much emotion, high vibe emotion. And because no matter where you are, you feel that your cup is overflowing and you have it to share, and that is going to continue to bring a lot of love and balance to you. And some of you may feel very attached to the love of this dog that's here. So I want to also say that many of you have so much loyalty and dedication and that ability to see and heal. It's beautiful. And that, I feel, in 2026, Group 1, you are leaving so much behind and opening up a new book, and not just a chapter, a whole new you. And it elevates you to a new level. Water signs, air signs, just everyone watching this, be sure to stay grounded through what can be a year of adjustments coming up. So continue to take things step by step. You're about to have 10 of Cups, which is a lot of good fulfillment and feeling that butterfly energy. Be sure to communicate all the things that you want and need and how you help others heal. All right, let's go to Group 2. All right, Group 2. I don't know if I say this right. Joie de vivre, joy of life. This tarot deck. Let's talk about it. How was your holiday? We're coming up to the end. Talking about all of that. Typically speaking, everybody was just kind of So we're going to see what we can honestly release right now and talk about moving into 2026. 7 of Cups. You guys, whoosh. That's a lot of confusion. You had a lot of things thrown at you. I want it focus. Focus, please. I want to say that I'm proud of you for pushing through everything that came your way. It was a lot. There was a lot of love and fun. There was sadness. There was grief. There was having to, push it all down, compartmentalize things so you could be there for everybody else. And I want you to know that it's time. I think this is water energy. Water signs have been giving and giving and giving. It is that nature. But honestly, It's time to stop all of the noise and confusion and chaos. Some of you, there was grief and loss in this. And you may have regrets about what you chose and didn't choose through the holiday and through the last year. So pick one and leave the rest behind. And you know what the good qualities and patterns and people and behaviors are around you. Let all of that settle so you can pick one of your one of your solid goals to move you forward. It's too much emotion. And that's what honestly needs to be acknowledged, is the confusion that you have about what to do next. So let's see what we can consciously release, because that was a lot of fear too, and just anxiety. 8 of Swords, see? If you can. But I'm not going to stop. These messages are important. I wish it would focus better. But listen, a lot of this that you're feeling and thinking isn't getting better. So let's think about this. This is fear and overthinking and trying to make everyone else happy but yourself. And I do think that people had an awesome time around you and they didn't notice. They didn't even notice how much you were going through. You really kept a lot of it in. And I will say that you're probably having stomach issues and trouble talking about all of this. And that's what we really have to acknowledge, and Pippa confirmed that, about releasing all of this, whether it's fear of people around you, fear of the future. Let's stay in the moment. Take the blinders off. You are not stuck in this place, and there are solutions. And that is what you need to focus on in the coming week and the year ahead. What makes you happy? What makes you financially secure? And what brings you joy? And that's what you need to talk about and feel and release. Let's pull a third about what single quality can you bring forward now into 2026 to start really getting out of the mud and these feelings and moving forward. The Devil in reverse. The Devil in reverse. Capricorn energy that we are in now. You have got to release the ties that bind you. And you know what they are. Some of you are being controlled by others. Some of you are doing the controlling. You may be putting this kind of pressure on yourself. Feels like a lot. And when I talked about I can't say it. Compartmentalizing things, putting them in a box and just stuffing it all down is making it really hard for you to move forward. There's a lot of chains binding you. And, the holidays have a way of triggering us and causing some past behaviors, obviously triggers and moments to come up from even when you were little, and it just felt like it was a lot. And so you really, really have to release this. And, honestly, some of you have, and what you need to understand, the single thing that you have to take forward is knowing what you're going to change, that one thing you're going to change. Is it a behavior, a pattern? Is it consistency? Is it some sort of addiction to something? New lifestyles, new habits, that will carry you forward. This is pretty rough energy, group 2. So understand that you've got to get yourself unstuck. I think the best advice is just taking that one step. Sometimes it's hard to get out of our own way. Just take one step out of your own way towards what you know is right. Daily habits that work. Not the things that drag you down, and the people and all the partying and the eating and whatever. It may have gone on all year, but you know you're making a difference now. You must. That is what that energy is about. Okay? Sounds like a lecture. It's not. Let's go to 3. All right, group 3. Spirit Song Tarot. And again, if you use the timestamps and you're just coming in, subscribe. I have like so many. 80% of you aren't subscribed. That's all I ask. And so what I want you to know too is we're looking at this final part of 2025, acknowledging what we want for the end of the year, moving forward, and what we need to change. The Hanged Man in reverse. You aren't ready to honestly acknowledge what needs to let go. So there's a little bit of you that hasn't been loving, hasn't been nurturing, didn't even give much care about this holiday season. And the last year may have really sucked. For real. So I want you to understand that you need to take some time to really sit and understand what part of these feelings and circumstances belong to you, what doesn't. What can you honestly acknowledge that you can change? What insights do you have so that you can be the real you? You need to envelop that feeling of going out in the woods with a hammock and hanging there all day and getting in touch with yourself so that you understand how to let go of things that happened in 2026 and way beyond. I want you to dig deep in what still triggers you and let it go. It doesn't do us any good to keep talking about it. It really doesn't. So acknowledge that. Understand there's forgiveness needed. We don't have to forget. And that includes ourselves. There's been things that we have done that we never forgive ourselves for. Sit and think about that, acknowledge it, and let's finally let it go after 9-10 years. Amen. Patience and perspective needed. Now, what do we consciously need to release? And here, the Ace of Shells in reverse. You just need to release the fear, the sadness that's been deep, deep within you for a long time. Let happiness come in. I know the last year was hard. The last 9 years, 10 years have been hard for most people. And I just want you to know that let love in. Love yourself first, though. This is no place anymore for jealousy, for complicating everything. This is a time where you understand what you really want and move forward slowly, gracefully, and acknowledging all the things that have released, because this is your new beginning in many ways, and it starts with loving yourself first. And I've talked many times about Mel Robbins and her theory of high-fiving yourself in the mirror every day to start to really like yourself. That's what you got to do. And it's hard. Try it. High-five yourself in the mirror every day this week and let me know if you can do it. I fail, but I'm going to try. Water energy. Let's go with the flow, guys, as we end the year. Now, what can we carry forward? What single quality? The magician. You've got all the tools. You've got the knowledge and the wisdom. You've got the willpower. You've got these new beginnings. So do remember what you honestly have to acknowledge that you played a part in the last 9 or 10 years, and let it go. Let these new beginnings come in and let the magic happen. Don't try to control it. Don't try to manifest it. Don't put your desires on other people. Focus on what you want. Focus on you. And that is absolutely going to make it happen. Pisces energy, very strong. Virgo energy, the world earlier, if you watch the whole thing, that was Capricorn. I just want to clarify that. But we're all here, all the signs. And what I want to tell you guys is we have to stop always counting on someone else to be there. You have to be there for yourself. Very singular energy here. And once you gain that strength and self-assurance and confidence, it will ripple out and you will attract the right people. But you cannot force yourself from one relationship into another and force and push and do all these kind of things. You have to just stay in your zone and understand what you need. Stay in your lane for a little bit as you go into these new beginnings. They're fantastic, but it really is all about you, nobody else. I hope that makes sense and that I clarified things that needed to be clarified. I love you guys. Again, I wish you so much love and peace, and I will be here with another pick a card or pick a deck and lives. So see you soon. Peace.